No DQ Galaxy, we are live with a recap of Friday Night Smackdown for January 27th, 2023. The 2023 Royal Rumble Premium Live event is now less than 24 hours away. Shout out to everybody watching this, whether it's live or on demand. I very much appreciate your viewership and support. Let's get into this recap, pre-Royal Rumble edition of SmackDown. We had a recap shown from Raw's 30th anniversary, the trial of Sami Zayn. Then we had the Bloodline arriving. Roman Reigns not there. Roman Reigns on Jimmy Fallon in New York. Sami Zayn was not supposed to be there per Roman Reigns' instructions, but he was outside the building. Jey Uso warned him to not be seen, and Zayn just made it clear that he will not forget how Jey Uso went to bat for him this past Monday night on Raw. We had our first match of the evening, which was Karrion Kross one-on-one with Rey Mysterio. This was the classic battle of power versus speed. Rey Mysterio busting out his moves, sliding to the outside of the ring with the sunset flip into the power bomb, sending Kross into the barricade. Rey then went for another dive, but he got caught, and Kross chokeslammed him on the apron and started manhandling Mysterio. They were in the ring. Mysterio was thrown headfirst into the turnbuckle. Kross tried to rip off the mask, and that just fired up Rey. Rey went for the 619. Scarlett tried to distract Rey, but it did not work. Rey went off the top with a big splash. Kross was able to kick out of it, and then Kross was going to try to finish off Mysterio, but Mysterio countered out of the slam attempt and turned it into a crucifix pinning combination and got the 1-2-3 victory. So Karrion Kross loses to Rey Mysterio. Yeah, not sure how this builds up Karrion Kross, but hey, Rey Mysterio picks up a victory, building up momentum for a likely match against his son Dominic, and well, Karrion Kross has zero momentum. So yeah, not sure what the point of this was. It just downgraded Kross. Doesn't really hurt Mysterio to lose, and doesn't really help him either, beating Karrion Kross. I mean, what's the point? Walter Cruz with a $5 super chat. Thank you for that, Walter. Says, hello, No DQ Galaxy. Please like and share this video on all platforms. Remember, No DQ is on TikTok as well. Share, damn it. Hashtag stick to my shtick and feel merchy. Yes, that is true. You can check out No DQ, DOTCOM on TikTok if you dare. I'm not sure why people would want to go on TikTok, but hey, if that's your thing, then so be it. If you like those kind of videos, well, you might get something interesting over at the No DQ TikTok. Matthew, I kind of agree with you on this. Kross more and more with each passing day feels like, well, an afterthought, and Scarlett seems like a bigger deal than Kross at this point. We had Austin Theory making an appearance because, well, who cares about the brand extension? He once again used the John Cena line, "The champ is here." He talked about how he will be in the Rumble. New Day interrupted. They said it's only a 2-hour show, so they have to get to business. And they said if one of them wins the Rumble, everybody wins. Then we had The Miz interrupt because screw the brand extension. It's the Royal Rumble, damn it. Miz said that he's been competing in Rumble matches since before Austin Theory hit puberty. And he talked about how he will win the Rumble. It's the only thing he hasn't done in WWE. A huge fight broke out with everybody. Bobby Lashley came out because who really gives a damn about the brand extension? Lashley came out there and he cleaned house, took everybody down. He speared Theory, but then Brock Lesnar showed up, sneak attack, gave Lashley the F5, and then got on the mic and said he will see Lashley tomorrow night, Saturday night, in the men's Royal Rumble match. And WWE did confirm it. Brock Lesnar is, in fact, in the Royal Rumble. So there you have it. Does this change my prediction for the Rumble? No. Still going with Cody Rhodes to win. Also sticking to my second and third picks. And if you missed them, check out the live stream we did, Royal Rumble predictions. If you missed it, very fun video. TJS broke me towards the end, so you could check that out if you missed it. Anyways, Lesnar's in, and it does add a little bit more intrigue, but my gut feeling on this, I think that Lashley and Lesnar will either eliminate each other or Lashley will flat out eliminate Brock Lesnar to build up some heat for WrestleMania. It definitely looks like they will be going against each other at the biggest show of the year in Hollywood. So moving on here, we had Lacey Evans in a squash match with her 36th reboot in WWE. She came out there with her army attire, did some push-ups, showboated, woman's right, but then finished off her opponent with the Cobra Clutch, the old move of Sergeant Slaughter. She won the match, of course, and then afterwards talked about how she's unbreakable and she vowed to win the Women's Royal Rumble match, which I would say is highly unlikely in all likelihood. We had another Cody Rhodes victory, and Guardian on Twitch, I think the crowd reactions to her are piped in, quite frankly. I do not think people legitimately care about her. Walter Cruz sent in another $5 super chat. Thank you for that. Says, my prediction for Brock is that Lesnar and Lashley will eliminate each other, go over the top rope at the same time, and become a pull-apart brawl. Yeah, you could be right. And while that's happening, you could have some kind of shenanigans in the ring. I guess we'll see what happens. But yeah, I definitely think that's a strong possibility. But I would rather see Brock get eliminated by Bobby Lashley just to build up heat and build up Lashley. Brock Lesnar can take a loss and be eliminated, make Lashley look strong going into WrestleMania. So that's what I would do personally. I would have Lesnar eliminated by Bobby Lashley and make that a big shocking moment at the Royal Rumble. And Caleb Jacobs brought up an interesting idea. Maybe the Hurt Business helps Lashley eliminate Brock Lesnar. I could definitely see that as a possibility. We had the Banger Brothers interviewed backstage, Drew McIntyre and Sheamus. They each said the other guy's going to win the Rumble. They slapped each other around, chopped each other, said they're going to send Hit Row back to Skid Row. And we had another Cody Rhodes video package, as I think I mentioned. Maybe I didn't. But yeah, there was another video. I think it was the same one that aired on Raw. I really wasn't paying too much attention to it. We had the Banger Brothers coming out for the match with Hit Row, but the Viking Raiders, after losing last week, jumped the Banger Bros from behind and just beat the holy crap out of them. So, as Howard Finkel would say, this feud must continue. We had Hit Row come out after the break. They wanted the forfeit and advancement in the tournament to determine who will lose to the Usos. Adam Pearce said they're not getting a free pass into the finals, and we had a replacement tag team, Braun Strowman and Ricochet. And yes, Sheamus and McIntyre are no longer called the Banger Bros because of Bang Bros, but I don't care. You call them that name, you don't do your research, shame on you. And you're going to be punished because I'm calling them the Banger Brothers from now on. They got attacked from behind by the Viking Raiders. And that's my story. Anyways, Strowman and Ricochet versus Hit Row. B-Fab was interfering. She grabbed Ricochet's foot, and then she took a cheap shot when the referee wasn't looking. They worked over Ricochet for a while. Eventually, you had Braun Strowman get the hot tag, and that was pretty much it for Skid Row. Ricochet hit a dive to Top Dollar on the outside, and then Strowman hit the Monster Bomb, which was the move that Frankenstein's Monster used in No DQ CAW over a decade ago. Braun Strowman with the Monster Bomb picked up the win. No surprise here. I mean, I figured Hit Row was losing regardless of their opponents. If they were facing the Banger Brothers, they were definitely going down. We had Kevin Owens cutting a backstage promo and said that Roman Reigns never does anything by himself. And because of that, Owens knows that he has to take out as many members of the bloodline as possible. And yes, Michael Wayne, I'm still triggered by it. I'm traumatized by these commercials. More on SmackDown tonight, back to back. Pizza Hut, I Be Like Sheesh, and then the K commercials. Don't look down, close your eyes. Every kiss begins with K. It's driving me absolutely mad. I'm really on the verge. They're going to bring back that old version of me from Portland, Oregon if they keep doing this. It needs to stop. K Jewelers, Pizza Hut, knock this shit off, please. So, Usos showed up looking for a fight. Adam Pearce and various officials had to break things up, and Adam Pearce told the Usos to leave. Outside the building, Jey Uso called up his dog and said he needed a favor, which I think we all knew who he was talking to. We had Bray Wyatt's old music hit, the lights flickering in the arena, everybody with the cell phones, but it was LA Knight instead, dressed up as the original Bray Wyatt persona. And he cut this promo basically vowing to win at the Royal Rumble, said Bray Wyatt should take the Undertaker's advice because his ass ain't coming back after the Rumble and their lights out match. Bray Wyatt then appeared on the stage and said the time for talking has come and gone, and at the Royal Rumble, LA Knight will meet the man that he's been looking for. And then we saw a glimpse of Uncle Howdy standing in the bleachers or somewhere by the concessions. Maybe he just wanted to buy some WWEshop.com merchandise, and, well, he saw the cameras were rolling, so he decided to make a little cameo. Who knows? Uncle Howdy is a very mysterious man. but maybe on Saturday at the Rumble, we'll have a little bit more insight as to what his mission is. He has layers. He's a complex man. We had Imperium versus Legado del Fantasma semifinal match. Now, with Ricochet and Braun Strowman in the finals, well, it kind of gives away who's winning here. Although technically both teams are heels, but Strowman's been feuding with Imperium, and in this match, Legado were working as baby faces, so that pretty much gave away the outcome of this one. Like, it was a good match, but I really did not have much emotional investment in it. Plus, I know the winning team is just going to lose to the Usos. So, could not really get much into this tournament to begin with. So, Legado using a lot of flashy moves. Imperium keeping them grounded. Eventually, Del Toro got a hot tag, and they did some stereo dives. Wild did a big splash off the top to Vinci, but Kaiser broke it up. And then Kaiser slammed Del Toro on the outside. And Wild and Vinci were on the top rope. Vinci, with a press slam, sent Wild all the way down from the top. Kaiser tagged in. They hit the Imperium bomb, and they picked up the win. So Imperium goes on to face Strowman and Ricochet on next week's show. And my gut feeling is that Strowman and Ricochet will win and then lose to the Usos. I know, bold prediction there. Moving on here, we had the Royal Rumble by the numbers video package. These are always good. Easy way to hype up the pay-per-view. They do it every year. We had footage of Sonya Deville interrupting an interview that Charlotte Flair was part of. And then Charlotte met with Adam Pearce backstage and wanted a title match with Sonya Deville. And the match was set up for next week's episode of SmackDown. Another match where I think it's painfully obvious who's winning. This is just a complete filler feud to get us to Charlotte's real feud, which will be against maybe the Royal Rumble winner at WrestleMania. I guess time will tell. And then we had our main event of the evening, Kevin Owens and Solo Sikoa, one-on-one. They had their hockey fight to start off the match. They traded numerous shoulder tackles, and Owens finally got the best of Solo. Solo fled to the outside of the ring. KO went after Solo, and maybe that was a mistake. Solo took control, sent Owens into the ring post and the barricade. And after the commercial break, Owens started to make a comeback. He hit a frog splash, Solo kicked out, and then he hit a swanton. Maybe was going to win the match, but Sami Zayn showed up. Remember, Jey Uso called his dog, and Sami Zayn put the foot on the rope, saving Solo Sikoa perhaps. But then the fight went to the outside of the ring, and during the melee, Solo accidentally kicked Sami Zayn. Solo was going to put Owens through a table, but Owens popped back up. Solo jumped off the barricade, got hit with a super kick, and was laid out on the table. Owens hit the pop-up power bomb onto Solo. Table did not break. And then Owens yelled at Sami Zayn before using a steel chair on Solo. Owens got all fired up, talked into the camera, said that at the Royal Rumble, he is bringing everything he has for the match with Roman Reigns. And that's when SmackDown went off the air. It was good. No finish. I don't even know if the bell rang. Basically a no contest or a DQ or something. So it was fine. You know, we got Brock Lesnar added to the show. There were a few noteworthy things on the show. Lacey Evans is back, if you want to call that noteworthy. had some good promos. We had some filler. I'm giving the show a B- for a go home show. It was not bad. It was pretty decent, but far from my favorite by any means. Not necessarily something you need to go out of your way to watch. I mean, I would somewhat recommend it. You could just watch the Brock Lesnar YouTube clip and miss everything else, and you're not going to be out of the loop on anything. Brock Lesnar's in the Rumble, and I doubt that really changes much, but it's a fairly big deal. Like, we could see Brock Lesnar and Cody Rhodes go at it. That might be fun. Raw was the best show, but it was also a special show, 30-year anniversary. They had all the legends and everything. But yeah, Raw was easily the best show of the week, and Dynamite would. I mean, I did not give Dynamite a letter grade, but I would put Dynamite ahead of this SmackDown. So yeah, B-. And yeah, we go into the Royal Rumble and should be a hell of a show. I mean, I would give it a 9 out of 10 as far as excitement goes, even though I feel like the matches are all predictable. I'm still curious to see how exactly things play out. I still do not know what they're going to do with Sami Zayn, and the Rumble matches should still be fun, even if there's only a few realistic candidates to win for each match. Walter Cruz sent in a $5 super chat. Thank you for the super chats, Walter. Much appreciated. Walter says, I miss backstage picking numbers. Remember Eddie Guerrero stealing Ric Flair's number. Classic. So many classic skits. Also matches. Winner number 30, loser number 1. I do like that the people coming out are surprises, but every now and then I like the idea of doing a match for the number 30 spot. Just to shake things up a little bit. And I like it better than doing a match where somebody has to qualify to even declare themselves for the Royal Rumble. And who's going to be the surprise in the Rumble? I'm sure there will be a few surprises. It's something fans like to see. I hope they bring in a few legends. Legends that can actually go, and a few free agents, maybe a Forbidden Door entrant in the Royal Rumble. I hope they're creative. Yeah, you want to give as many spots as possible to your active roster, but at the same time, part of the fun of the Royal Rumble is anybody could enter it and potentially main event WrestleMania. So you got to throw in a few names. I'm still hoping for Ken Shamrock, but I'm not getting my hopes up. Maybe Jay White shows up. We'll see. Anyways, guys, thank you all so much for tuning in. Lots of news on the site today. Very busy news day. So head over to NoDQ.com for all the latest news and rumors. And there'll be more stuff going up on Saturday. Live coverage. I will be doing live results coverage on NoDQ. And then I will be back here on the YouTube channel with my thoughts on the Royal Rumble. Stay tuned for all that. Take care, everybody. Good luck if you're betting money on the Royal Rumble. Enjoy the show, everybody. And remember, say yes to NoDQ.com. And I will see you all next time.